I don't know. I finding the right words for what that experience was is, I don't, like it's beyond anything that I can.
Well, let me ask you this: would you do it again?
Under the right circumstances, I think I would.
I was thinking we should buy a sailboat.
Have you ever sailed before?
No, I haven't. Have you?
No, I haven't.
I think I'd be fine.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke or some kind of a joke or something. Like, there's not. This can't be real. Like that's not a. I had no idea about the sailing world or any of that. Like, I had no idea what to even expect or how to prepare for that kind of. So I went out once when I was like 10 or 12 in Mexico. My uncle, it was his first time sailing, I think, too. And the rudder brakes. We're having to I had to jump off this boat and hang on to the back and manually turn the rudder as he's steering it, to try just to get the boat back to land, because we were getting pulled out to sea. So the first time sailing was not a good.
Your first experience was.
First was not a good one.
But you're going back for more.
Yeah, so then we go back for more for the real deal. We get the real boat at least this time. And
what made you want to go do?
Because I knew that it was something that I could do. That would push me, and that it was something that was possible for me to do. It was an obtainable goal that I knew I could do.
Hawaii was like a perfect training ground for.
Perfect training ground. North Shore, I'll never forget. So. The boat was supposed to be ready when I got there. It wasn't ready, so I ended up staying on a campsite around the island for close to a week and a half, 2 weeks almost, which was awesome anyways. I mean, it was right in the ocean. I mean, it was beautiful. There was snorkeling. I mean, it was a beautiful beach.
You been to Hawaii before then?
I haven't. First time to Hawaii. Yeah, so that was a really cool experience.
And during COVID too.
So that was tough. But then eventually I was able to go stay on the boat, because they took forever to get it back into the water. Got there, the boat was at the, it was hauled out. They had it up on the jacks at dry land. They were painting the bottom, so the bottom's sanded off. They got tarps on the top. I had to climb up some 15-foot ladder just to get into the cockpit. So I'm up there, and the boat's kind of moving a little bit, on these jack stands. I'm thinking, this is not good. This is gonna fall over. I just got here. It's gonna break. And
did you know anything about the boat before you got to Hawaii?
Nothing. I mean, I saw this the survey, and I'd never seen a boat survey before. I had no idea what even any of this stuff meant that I was reading or seeing. Or once it was done, we took it over, motored over to the Alawai, parked in our spot.
What was your first thought? Your first day in the boat, in the water? It was
kind of scary, because I'm trying to figure, okay, I gotta learn to drive this thing. I gotta learn to do this stuff, and I'm looking at it man, that's hard. I don't know how I'm gonna. I had this really cool neighbor, Russ, next door to me. He saw me sitting there looking lost, I had no idea where the hell I didn't belong there. Him and his wife showed me how to sail eventually. They took me out in this boat, and they showed me the ropes of how to sail the thing. So I mean, having them, because without them, I had no idea what. He knew everything. Yeah, for sure a mentor. He talked to me about everything, crossings, doing sailings, anchoring. I mean, he knew all that stuff.
You made the boat seaworthy and learned to sail in 10 months.
In 10 months,
And made the crossing in how many days?
40 days. Wow, unbelievable. This thing is awesome. First coat on. This is the Bear coat. This is the first of many layers. Good progress. Going smooth. Here we are at the harbor, getting ready to go back in the water. Over 3 weeks later, the countdown has begun. And we're off. We're off to sea. Exiting the harbor. Got Captain Riley piloting the boat. Here she is. Made it to the harbor. this seam here is leaking pretty bad. Right down through there. The water drips down there whenever it rains. It comes right in through the cabin. So we're gonna go in, tear up the old sealant, put some new stuff in. Well, we started construction on our hatch. Leaking a lot of water, mostly from this side. Well, here we are in the cabin. We have to get a measurement of this sail here. I tried to do it last night inside here. It was too tight of a fit. So we got to go to a field about a half-mile from here, the closest open area. So the first obstacle is going to be getting that through this hole here. We'll see how it goes. ready for the bilge pump installation. And put this guy down here under this floorboard. Let's see what we got here. Nice. That's gonna save us from sinking. Well done. Here's the old one. Had a bad backflow preventer. Time for the test. Nice. Here we are in the cabin, working on one of these water tank valves. This middle guy here is no longer functioning. It just keeps on spinning, you know, both directions. It's stuck in the off position. So we're going to try to take it apart, see if we can fix the valve itself, or if not, replace it with this guy here. As you can see, it's a tight fit. We're going to give it our best. Well, we got the valves off. As you can see, the old one is a little bit shorter than the new one, which is going to present a problem because in there it's a tight fit and it's already pre-cut, you know, to fit. So I gotta figure something out. Alright, we got this piece separated from the old one. That was stuck on there forever. So hopefully we can put on this new one and try to push the other line back a little bit. We got it on. New valve. A couple more. Just gotta tighten up this guy back here. And we'll be ready for the moment of truth. So we're going to turn it on, and we're going to pressurize the system and see if she holds. Pressure pump. Good sign. Hopefully water comes out. Alright, we're in business. Check the leaks back here. No leaks there. No leaks there. Successful fix. Changing out our sink. As you can see, it's pretty tight spaces back in here. These bolts were like super corroded. Oh, it's coming off though. Here we go. Finally freed it up. This is the culprit. Valves aren't working. There's the culprit. Here's the parts we found. Back in business. So this is our refrigerator top. Looks nice up top, but when you open it, not so nice. Here's a new fridge door, slightly upgraded. Well, this spot here has been leaking for a while. As you can see, they did a temporary patch. You can see the damage goes all the way down through here. So we're going to pull it apart today, see what we can find underneath.
Alright, so today we gotta paint the boat. And if that's kind of our reference, like we could do some sea creatures.
First couple months there was not a lot of sailing. I mean, maybe a couple times, like when my neighbors would take me out with the boat, maybe twice, but mostly it was all like getting like this, the basic stuff fixed to make it seaworthy, you know. I think I went out a couple times early on, but like each time I would go out, like something else broke and like have to or need to be, you know, fixed. Or the main thing was when we first got the boat, the transmission has some kind of a delay where you go to put it into gear and it take about 10 seconds to hit the gear. So when you're pulling out of your slip, you put it into reverse and you can wait, and it catches reverse and you start going backwards. And you go to put it in the drive to go forward, and like you're not in drive, you're stuck in neutral. And so I used that for like 4 or 5 months. A lot of the wiring was kind of, I had to like follow every damn wire in this boat just to like understand, like, you know, what powered this or what, because like half the lights didn't work, the fans didn't work, I had to go through and, you know, just each individual thing to know every part of the boat, because that's what my boat neighbors told me. Look, you got to know every part of the boat, every nook and cranny. You got to know everything about the boat. You get to know where everything goes, what it's for, how it, like some of the, like I find these like spare lockers with parts. and like pull out some of these parts, and I mean something that you never even seen before. Like you're looking at this part like, what the hell is this for? Like what?
Did you find a place for it? I mean, after all these
Eventually,
years,
eventually I'd
So
always
all
figure it out. I'm still figuring out stuff, but you know, each thing I'd figure out.
had a purpose.
Eventually, okay, oh, this is my zinc for this, or oh, this is you know, whatever. You know, yeah, everything had a purpose. So the first experience with Molokai was on like a birthday I had over there. I tried to go there by myself, and I've only been sailing for a few months. I leave like in the evening, and I go anchor out in Diamond Head, and a neighbor stops by in his kayak, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing out here?" I said, "I'm getting ready to go to Molokai." He's like, "Yeah, by yourself?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, that's a rock star move." I'm like, what does that mean? You know, like, yeah. I read online, you know, you can sail the boat to size by yourself. I took the wrong line, inexperience. I didn't tack over, and I got stuck in the channel. I was doing like half a knot. I'm stuck at the helm. I was starving. I couldn't go to the bathroom. I mean, like these waves, because it goes from, you know, the ocean, it goes from being 20,000 feet to like 2,000 feet. So whatever happens in that little channel, the waves like push through like with this crazy force. I had no idea what the hell a channel was before that. I had to turn around. I didn't make it to Molokai. My single-handed attempt. It was cool because I, you know, had a bunch of my neighbors were out there waiting, and they probably knew before that I wasn't going to make it. So, but they were there to help catch the boat when I was pulling in. They were all, "Hey, good job! I'm glad you turned back. You didn't die out there. You made it." You know, like they were being super nice, and oh shit, I didn't have a choice. I'm gonna die if I didn't. You know. It was a good learning experience. Then I learned about channels and, you know, sailing direction, like into the wind, which way that you can go, you know. So this neighbor of mine told me that if you can circumnavigate Oahu, you can go anywhere in the world. So you can sail anywhere in the world if you can make it all the way around Oahu without stopping. So that became my goal. Like, all right, I got to make it around Oahu, because then you got to deal with like the North Shore waves, which are these massive, ridiculous waves. You got the Molokai Channel once you get around there. I mean, it's a little bit of everything. That was probably 7 months in.
That was you and Nick.
Nick and I did we made it across. Yeah, we planned it out. Did our circumnavigation. Went over to Molokai afterwards.
How long did it take you?
So we made it around Oahu in like 3.5 days. No stopping. That was the first time night sailing, so we got the feel of what it was like to sail at nighttime. But it was awesome. Whales would come up next to us. They'd swim right by the boat. We'd be down here, you know, in the cabin, and the whales would be out like doing their whale songs, and it would like reverberate through the hole somehow. Like it was weird, because like if you're up top, you couldn't hear these whales. But when you were down here, you could hear like their songs or whatever through the side of the boat. That's or cool. Something. I don't know. It was really
doing the sail to Molokai is what you accredit some of your crossing success to.
Yeah, because like hitting like that rough seas and like those scary moments, that's what made me better. Like just going through, because every time I went through something bad, it made everything that was less than that seem okay. You know, so just going through those struggles made me stronger. I think going through those difficulties where I thought there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this, or it's going to be super hard. Yeah. So I just wanted to go to the store and just buy a bunch of crap and, you know, eat from here or there. But one of our neighbors over there, this lady Angie, she was like on point with, all right, you got a meal plan for every day, and you got to get this amount extra. And so she set us up with like, you got to go to the store. She gave us a list. You got to buy this amount of this many cans of this. She took me to the store, and she you know, like walked me through like what we had to buy. She was getting ready to do it with her family, so she'd done the research already, so she knew kind of what that helped out big time. Whenever we're bringing the eggs to the boat in Hawaii, we're pushing them down the dock, and Nick was pushing the dock cart, and the damn thing tips over, and like a quarter of the eggs broke. You know, it fell in the water, and we lost some of our stuff right then. But the eggs were key. And we left like a little bit early for the sailing, like a couple weeks early. May? Ends on May?
End of May, yeah.
What do they say? Like May to August or something, or something like that. The prime time when it's not as bad. You know, the storms are minimal up there. You don't get too many. So the first storm, we suited up foul weather gear, but the stuff was so old. We put it on after the first, the crotch ripped first on both of them. So after a while, we're like, all right, we didn't bring the right weather gear. But a couple times we had to like suit up with whatever dry clothes we could get that would kind of repel water, you know.
Did you always clip in, or is it just?
Only a couple times, only a few times. When it got like above 20 knots, or if we left the cockpit, for sure I had to clip in for shady stuff, you know. After the first storm, it was like, that was the worst we had ever seen. And it was like traumatizing. And then like after that, whenever we hit something that was like that bad or less, it was like, it's not too bad.
Did your faith in the boat grow from the beginning of the trip towards the end, where you're like, okay, we're not
definitely,
we're not gonna
each bad, you know, storm that we made it through was like, all right, you know what, the boat can handle this rough.
Did you and Nick have a plan if the boat went down? Did you like have the dinghy pumped up, or did you guys even talk about?
We had 2 EPIRBs that were like mobile that would click on to like a life vest or like the size of a walkie-talkie. And you know, so if one of us went over, then that would set off the signal to the Coast Guard, and so that brought some sense of. They'd hit daytime, nighttime. The night ones were the worst because you can't see anything. It's just darkness. It's just you can see the waves that come over onto the boat, and it's like there was a couple nights where we had to have the flashlight on the compass, and all we could see was the compass, and making sure that we kept it in this 15-degree range. Otherwise, you know, we'd be sideways to the waves and like try to like take the boat. There's a lot of squalls out there, so like whenever we'd be sailing, you hear everybody hears, you know, squalls. You just be sailing along, and then like there's like these like squalls that just come out of nowhere, and it's like a real short, like you're only in there for, you know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, some of these, and you know, it's raining, it's like crazy winds, and then you pop out of them, and it's back to normal. The daytime you can see them kind of coming, and you try to avoid them because they weren't that big. But the nighttime ones, they catch you off guard. If you weren't ready for the squall, it'd come up and up on the cockpit by the helm almost all the time. So like there was always somebody up there. It was the best spot to sleep. You know, it's like this like spot out there in the Pacific where there's just no wind, and you're sitting there on this water, and it's like glass. As far as you can see, no waves, just nothing. No wind, you're just drifting. Really a weird feeling to be in the middle of the Pacific Ocean with no wind, no waves, just completely calm. And it was tough because we'd be in the high, and something with like the currents underneath, water's perfectly calm. The boat would just be sitting there, but it would be rocking like uncontrollably, like side to side, and it would accelerate. So like it'd start off with like a slow rock, and then it'd go more and more, and then it'd just be like these violent back and forth, and then it would stop, and it would start over again, accelerating more and more, and then I was afraid of burning up all my fuel early on, and then being stuck out there with no fuel because I got, you know, trying to motor through the high. We would check our wind app and kind of see where the wind's at, and like if there was wind that was like reachable, where we could motor there in, you know, half a day, or then we'd try to motor for a little bit. But if it was like, you know, there's no wind anywhere near for a couple days, then we just waited out. And so we played a lot of gin rummy. That was like every day for a good part of the day. We played gin rummy down here, up there, and you know, because the boat would be doing that sideways weird rocking thing. The cards would they'd slide all over here, back over here, over here, over here. So we'd go up top, and same thing. They'd sliding all over the place, but it was something to pass the time, from something to do. You know, Nick would do his drawings, or I'd try to like walk the boat and do maintenance checks on, okay, this line's getting old, or so the Hydrovane is like top of the line, you know, self steer for the boat. It has like a flap that catches the wind, and has its own rudder that like steers. We installed it, I think, the week before we left for California. We never got a chance to test it out. It was pretty tough to install too. You got to drill holes in the side of the hull of the boat and make custom brackets, and the wood had to be like sanded to where it like wrapped the curvature of the boat to where it was like a flush fit when you mount it up, and everything had to be like perfect.
How do you activate it?
There's like a couple pins in the back. You have to like pull these pins out of the wind vane that catches the wind. You have to like pull the pin out for like the thing that like turns the. Once you pull these pins out, then the rudder starts moving down below. It's weird because it's two rudders, because you have your rudder from the boat, and then this has an auxiliary rudder from the Hydrovane. But like in higher winds, I'd do both, where I'd have the Hydrovane steering, and then I would kind of steer to help a little bit also with the boat rudder, just because
There's also like a backup rudder too, I guess, right?
yeah, which is huge, because if you lose your rudder out there, then you're screwed. This way you got a backup rudder, so that felt good knowing that we had that.
Nice.
The first big one was once we made the turn, because when you leave Hawaii, you got to go way up north, and you hit like 40, and you cut over and head towards California. So once we made that first turn, that was a big one, because that's like it's supposed to be the halfway point. We're halfway there, probably day 36 or 7, when we knew we were gonna make it. We like, you know, California's right there. We're gonna make it, you know. Leaving the fuel dock. Next stop, California. Yeah. We got our trusty shades on. Hydrovane at the helm. 20 knot winds. Responsive steering. Working perfectly. Day 3.
Gotta get that morning coffee.
Gotta have the morning coffee. It's a little more of a process now that we're dealing over.
Coffee's important.
Yeah.
How's it going there? Anything squirting?
No, we're flowing.
Blowing?
Yep. Nice.
Okay.
We're gonna catch a monster today.
Absolutely we are. I mean, I hate to think we wouldn't.
Prime conditions.
He's got 17-pound line going, because anything bigger than that, we don't even want right now. Good job, big mess.
17 pounds, huh?
I really want to get a tuna. Aki. Like a little one.
A little baby guy.
Yep.
Drifting a lure about 60 feet back. Got a bird circling us.
Hoping for a visit.
We're trying to lure it in, huh?
Just want to meet the neighbors, you know?
Here it's coming. It's coming back. This is the 4th pass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on. Take a load off. Oh, man.
It wanted it.
Oh, he's thinking about
It wanted it.
Mike's got to get the pins back in the Hydrovane. We have the helm. We got a little weather coming.
Second pin is in.
Mission accomplished.
Huge success.
Back in business.
Day 5. Just got done weathering a massive storm. Huh?
Still kind of traumatized a little bit.
Definitely traumatized. We're still floating.
And we still got the boat.
You know, the boat shit everywhere. Floor is soaking wet.
Yep. All the way up and down.
We're soaking wet.
Very much.
But we're here. And in one piece.
We're happy to be here.
Happy to be here. Day 6. Calmed. Becalmed in the Pacific Ocean. Mexican Monday. Got the onion sauteing. Bell peppers on standby. Green chilies. Canned chicken. Corn. Oh yeah. The old gimbal stove. Nice view. Got all the fixins.
All the good stuff.
Nice sunset in the background.
Salsa from Hawaii.
Mexican Monday.
Big deal.
Middle of the ocean. Day 7. Pacific High. Not a lot going on. Just drifting. Sails are down. Boats are rocking. We're getting ready to go for a swim here. These flat seas.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's this little school of herring down here. We might want to go to smaller bait. Yup.
Motoring through the high. wind coming up in the back. Day 8. After being stuck in the high for a few days, they're finally finding some wind. Got our mainsail, our staysail up. Oh yeah. Motor sailing. Just drifting in the high. Got our staysail up for stability. Little shark or something in the water. Look at that thing. Holy smokes. He's just looking at us. They follow him wherever he goes, huh? The little white ones. Is that the Molokai monster? More floating debris. Hopefully the last night in the high. After 3 or 4 days of bouncing around, drifting. Some wind will be nice. Day 10, back in the wind. We got a reefed main, got our staysail, and our jib. Doing about 3 or 4 knots. We've escaped the Pacific High. Smooth seas. Down below here, got the boat bread going.
Big boat breads.
Nice.
Just gonna rise a couple more minutes here.
Got our boat breakfast going up there. How's it looking? Top
Phenomenal. Super soft and fluffy.
Tier? Nice.
Bomb.
out the old movie night on the boat. Look at this technology, huh?
You know what I mean?
Day 11. Wild storm last night. Not good. Got a lot of water. The gunnel not draining. We got a war zone down here. Water everywhere. Gotta make a line here. Gotta cut this so we can snake the drain. Of course, you don't want to cut.
There it goes.
Drain is still plugged. Tried the line, fishing pole. No avail. Well, here's a problem with our clogged drain. What happened? Almost sunk the ship. Come to find out, the damn fish in there. Unbelievable. Clogged up the drain. Ugh. Got the rope holding the grate down, so no more flying fish will get in, hopefully. Big day today.
Huge day.
We got big storms, we got fish in our drain. We've been harnessed in all day. You can see here it's kind of dark. Flying fish almost sank our boat.
Outrageous.
Unbelievable. Crazy day. Day 12. Here we are on this fine Monday morning, Memorial Day. Nick made some awesome breakfast. Looks delicious. Wow, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Nice boat breakfast.
Delicious.
Day 13. Back to drifting. Our Bimini almost blew off in the storm last night. We had to tie it down with ropes to keep it from going over. Just rocking away here. Here's the old top of the mainsail. Broke some clips off last night going through the storm. Popped right out. We got two more up there. Gotta dig out. We got boat donuts going on. There they are. Not a pancake.
Nope.
Boat fried
Yeah,
in a deep ocean.
exactly.
Day 14. After going rough for a few days, we broke the top of the mainsail. It's flopping around. Here's the parts that broke on the mainsail. Ripped it right out. The staysail, it's got a big rip at the top of it. And our jib line has two gouges in it. Mainsail has been repaired. It's a Frankenstein fix. but it should get us some more miles. Jib's ready to go?
Yeah,
New jib line attached?
for sure.
Well, refurbished jib line, right?
Yeah, refurbished. Yeah, absolutely. Good as new.
Good as new. I like it. Back under sail again. Mainsail's been repaired. Jib has been repaired. The staysail still needs to get patched. Moving at a steady 3 knots. Storm's ahead of this way. Day 15. Headed northeast. Moving about 4 knots. Adding some diesel here. Always a challenge when the boat's moving. We see our first ship off in the horizon. Some sort of a massive tanker. What are you thinking, oil? Whoa. Got steady seas. Cruising about 4 knots. Got the jib and the main going. We got our lunch down here. Tasty beverage of tea. This is how we clean our pots and pans. Day 16. We got another floating object. It's like a ball of some sort out there. So what do we got here?
Well, this is the lure that we're hoping we'll catch a fish. We got the hand line.
Courtesy of Cy, huh?
Just like gave it to us on the way out of town.
So we gotta try it.
We gotta try. We're hoping to catch something good.
Well, we'll see what happens. Here's our second ship of the voyage. This thing is massive.
It's like someone dropped a giant scuba bottle in the water.
Beautiful day. Nice waves, decent wind. We saw a second ship, do some fishing. Day 17. Got our first rainbow. Some kind of system coming in here. Wind and waves picking up. Gonna be a beautiful day. Hell yeah. Dolphin. Oh. A lot of water in the galley. Coming through the side of the boat somewhere, I think. Rain. Horizon. Heaving upwind. Got the helm tied off. Hydrovane steering. Got blue skies ahead. Gray behind. For day 18. Fighting some waves early. Going up north still. Wind's gripping this morning. Boat's definitely rocking.
Get more mahi around the boat.
Yeah, we seem to have.
Looks like we might get some of this, huh?
Yeah. busting through these waves. Charging up wind, we got a half jib, full main. Catching good wind, about 14 knots. Day 20, making the turn east. Got a storm coming in. Squall. Moving along at a solid half a knot. Little luff here and there. What is it? A water jug? Day 21.
Mike D's reeling in a beast. He's using the signature washer lure, which is a huge technique for this trip. The only reason he caught this fish is because I forced him to.
This might be a record.
Actually, I think you just hooked a piece of trash, to tell you the truth.
Definitely a piece of trash.
Are you f***ing serious? I'm turning this off.
Here we are, our first catch. Old sea garbage. Here we are, got boat pancakes.
Big boat meal, huge wind.
Excellent wind. Huh?
This is what the brothers like.
Yeah.
We like boat pancakes.
After 3 weeks at sea, you gotta have something good.
With peanut butter, syrup, it's
Yeah.
a big win.
Boat's a little bit rocky right now.
Yeah.
Nothing we can't handle. Day 22. Headed east. Finally got the seas following us. The winds are decent. A little bit of rain all around us. And the rain keeps coming down. The waves are picking up a little bit. It's actually pretty smooth. We're riding with the wind and the waves. So we're moving along smoothly. Day 23. 4:30 in the morning. Got our coffee. Seas are getting kind of rowdy. We got a reefed main and a reefed jib out. gunnel. Here we are waiting on the wind. Got a system moving in. Should be here soon, hopefully.
Big day in the Pacific. Gotta catch a fish before the storm comes.
Sails are doing a little bit of luffing. Now weather gear on. Got rain all around us. Storm headed in. Well, we found the wind. Came with the rain. We'll settle for it.
Epic sea snack made by Captain Mikey. Help us weather this storm here. Hitting rain and all kinds of wind.
Night sailing. Nice early morning storm.
This is the good stuff.
Day 25.
These shenanigans. Not too sure.
Day 26. Back north again. We had to head south yesterday. After getting caught in some serious weather. Massive swells, squalls. The waters were crazy. There's waves coming over in the cockpit, cabin. I mean, it was super intense. Our sail clips were breaking. I mean, it was just, it was wild. So, we had to get away out of that thing, head down south. Now we're making up our lost time, trying to cut over, back up north again. Day 27. Almost in the books here. Nice day with some fair winds, semi-following seas. No rain, no fish, but the day was good. Headed back up north. Moving about 5 knots. Fire in the galley. Not a good thing to happen at sea. Nice.
Nice.
Tragedy diverted. Day 28 at sea. 4 weeks. Still afloat.
Barely.
We're back in the high again, having the motor through. Headed back up north, Middle East.
Scouting for some good debris.
Yeah. Scavenging the high. One of the best
Souvenirs.
pastimes. Looking for the famous glass bubbles out here. Look at this thing.
Oh, it is a sea turtle.
It's only got one leg.
Yeah, he doesn't look really happy.
Strange turtles out here. It's like drifting. Day 29. Motoring through the high. Dodging debris, nets, other random things out here. Today was good, got the old deck shower in.
Big one.
Always a bonus. Motoring up here, trying to get some better position for catching the wind tonight, early tomorrow morning. We have a massive storm approaching from behind, and it's a massive storm that we're headed towards. We're hoping to get to the storm in front of us and ride just the tail end of it in while dodging the one that's coming behind us. It's going to be a tight window, but the odds are looking good. Big ship on the horizon. Looks like some sort of anchor or something, man. It's huge. I think it's our fourth one. 31 days, we've seen 4 ships. Here we are in the galley. Nick's got some dinner going. Homemade boat bread, garlic, sauteed onions, marinara. Man, look at this meal, huh?
It's gonna be bomb.
Delicious, fit for kings.
Only the best on this boat.
Yeah, middle of the ocean. Yeah, top tier service.
Unbelievable.
Day 32. Here we are, 17 knots of wind. Can't go more than 2 knots because of these choppy seas. Wind's coming off our beam. Swells are coming from the bow. I mean, it's rough. Tons of wind just stuck here. No land in sight. Here we are. This is the closest that we've been to another boat. And this one's a ship. An old cargo ship on the horizon there. Getting closer to California. A lot of ships out here. Day 33. Got a reef main and a little sliver of jib out. 700 miles away from California. Hopefully in a week we'll be there. These storms, a squall coming in right now. Once you push through this, close. Getting close. Smell the wind. Taking shelter from the storm. Well, the last wave just came in the boat. We are 2 o'clock in the morning.
Technically, day 35 now.
Yeah, day 35. Battling squalls,
Massive waves,
big storms,
intense wind.
waves coming through the boat.
Pretty sure the boat was underwater earlier,
Definitely was underwater.
so that's been fun.
Yeah. Might be going under again here soon. A lot of water sounds.
A lot of water in the boat.
A lot of water in the boat. Almost out of the system. It's been a wild ride. The seas are finally letting up a little bit. It's still cranking with 20 knot winds, but man, we've been on a beat reach for the last 5 days. Waves coming over. Squalls, swells. Super intense. 24/7, you know, action. We're almost through. Hopefully by tonight, tomorrow morning, it'll be easing up a little bit. It'll be nice. It'll be nice to have a smooth gimbal at the helm.
Sailing the 7 seas.
Nice. Here we are, day 36 of the journey. It's been epic so far. Man, it's been a lot. A lot to overcome, a lot to deal with, and man, a lot to take in. Just an amazing, you know, adventure all the way around. Everything has just been unbelievable. Couldn't imagine any of it. You know, it's just unbelievable. I mean, I can't even put the words. You know, the stuff that, you know, we went through out there is just, I mean, a crazy, awesome experience. You know, on so many different levels. You know, it's just, man, I don't got the words. This boat, awesome boat. She got us through it. I had my doubts for a while, but this thing, she is a tank and a beast. And she just plowed through, I mean, hardcore storms and weather and waves, I mean, conditions, I mean, and she put up with it. Unbelievable. Going through this last storm, we didn't see many boats. But we have a boat back on the horizon. I don't know if you guys can see it back there. Well, it's back with a big fishing boat. Well, that's reassuring. Boats are back in the pictures. Absolutely. So being a fishing boat, with good fashion, Nick has his fishing pole back in the water. Right?
You know, you gotta take things as a sign sometimes.
Yeah.
Trying to catch a fish.
This could be the day, right?
Could be, man.
Gonna have fish for dinner?
Day. That would be phenomenal. Hawaii and rice.
Potatoes?
Potatoes, yeah.
Folks, this could be it. There could very well be a fish at the end of this line.
It feels pretty deep because it's not moving with the swells.
And it seems to be moving, yeah, against the current too.
Yeah. Pulling hard.
Yeah, that pole is really bending. Alright, we'll update you. Is it fighting still?
Yeah. It was easing up there for a while, it was getting tired. Now it's fighting again.
Well, we lost the fish. Day 36. Bearing down on the coast of California. Fog's starting to come in. You can almost smell the land. A little drizzle in the air. We had to pull in some of our jib, just a little sliver there. Slow down because we were set to arrive Saturday evening. And we're not trying to come into the bay at nighttime. It's a new area. We don't want to crash into anything. So we're going to stall out here a little bit. Try to time it so we can get there Sunday morning, first light. Get the full experience. Solid 1 knot. Not very fast. Fair winds and following seas. Beautiful thing. California's right there beyond those clouds. Just a few miles. We're headed down the coast. Should be to the bridge by midnight. It's amazing how green these California waters are. Totally different than Hawaii. Hawaii, pure blue. So we're about to arrive in San Francisco in a couple hours. The engine died. I had to tear this whole entire place apart. Just to get this damn starter back. Big old boat.
San Francisco. We made it.
40 days later. up on the Golden Gate Bridge. Buried back there in the fog. Birds in the horizon, hills, land, trees. Beautiful. So day 40 we get land and the good old Golden Gate. Alcatraz in the distance there. Pelicans. Oh, the fishing. So Nick wanted to catch a fish so bad. And I felt bad he never landed a fish. And I should have got
He
a
did
better...
catch one.
He caught multiple fish. Multiple.
Catching and landing
are different things.
Yes.
Just okay. He caught a bunch of fish. He caught a bunch of them.
Would you say maybe it was the equipment or what?
For sure the equipment. I got a shitty fishing pole with like light, low, like 20-pound test or something. Cause like, I don't like fish, man. I don't eat fish. I'm afraid he's gonna catch some like monster fish, and then we're gonna be stuck out there. He's gonna be cooking fish every day. I gotta smell this fish. There's gonna be fish guts all over the deck and blood everywhere.
So the truth comes out. You sabotaged it from the beginning.
Okay. But it was still possible. It was possible to catch a decent sized fish with that pole.
Because in all the footage, it seems like you see him sitting at the helm, looking back where you came from. Just
had his fishing pole in that water for almost the whole trip. I mean, every day like that was his thing. He was fishing line in the water. Dragging it. He'd get bites every now and then. Or a lot of times. The fish would come on, they grab the lure, and it zip out, and then bam, snap the line. And we put another lure on. So he starts making his own lures. He's using like washers and like wrapping them around yarn or like I mean he put a lot of effort. I really wish he would have caught.
Sounds cool.
And something, but
cool to watch.
we tried. We did try.
That's good. Talking about was it a whale? Shark?
Whale shark was cool.
Yeah, tell me about that. It was just if it had been following you guys, or how did that come about?
So I don't know if there was two different ones or if there was one that followed us for a couple days, but it was weird. So the first time we're in the high, and this thing just like we see the fin come out of the water. I thought it was like a great white or some shark was like creeping up on us to, who knows? Because we were getting ready to go swimming. I mean, I don't know. Like this thing just came out of nowhere, and it was like swimming up to the boat, like checking us out. But then it ended up being this sweet-looking whale shark. Just
whose idea was it to get in the water?
Nick, man, he says I'm going in there for a swim. I said,
was there any conversation? Any conversation about if they bite or attack humans, or he just didn't care?
He saw the thing. He said that he's going in the water. I'm thinking, there's no way in hell I'm going anywhere near that water with any kind of even if there's no whale shark there, I don't want to go in.
Because he was swimming like right up on it. Like the footage felt like he could reach out and touch it.
Yeah. I mean, them two, I'm in the boat, and I'm like, I was filming a little bit, and they're like getting kind of far away from the boat, the both of them. Like they're out there swimming together, like away from, I'm thinking, great, what the hell? We're gonna drift away, this thing's gonna eat them or something, or some other shark might come up and, Yeah, it was crazy. I'm thinking I gotta be tough and jump in the water and swim with this thing, but I said no, I'm not going in that water and swimming with this damn whale shark. I don't know, man.
Some of the coolest pictures I've seen, though. I mean, this
for
thing.
sure.
It was.
I mean, the thing was a magnificent creature. It had its own, entourage of other fish that like swam around with it. I mean, had its own like ecosystem. Like, it was crazy. I mean, this thing was legit. So it was there. It hung out for like an hour or so at least, and then we took off. And then like we saw it again like later on that day. Then I think the next day we see it again, and then like a couple days later, I don't know if it was a different one or the same one, but this other whale shark comes up. Like, we were sailing because we were out of the high, and this thing was just pacing us right next to the boat for hours. Like we're thinking, what? Like what's this? I don't know. It was cool. It was cool. Like we had company out there. Like these things were.
That's awesome.
The whale sharks were cool. I mean, Alaska's on the radar. The Alaska. And the sail to Alaska, of course, is not the easy down the coast one to Mexico. It's the tough, up at the North Pacific where you got to deal with, these storms and crazy currents and tides and.
It wouldn't be us if we did the Mexico one, right?
Yeah, gotta go big and do the difficult ones, right?
Maybe we'll have an Alaska video.
For sure, we have to get the Alaska video.
Alaska video. All right, well, you heard it here. Alaska video.